So today we are making some homemade sub bread. You can also make just like a quick bread, but I'm going to portion these a little bit smaller because me and my husband are going to have subs for dinner tonight. So first you're going to take 1 2/3 cup of warm water. Okay. And then 1 package of this active dry yeast. I've never used this brand. I really hope that it works. Okay, so just sprinkle that. Put it in kind of slowly. You don't want to just dump it all in one area. Kind of spread it around. It'll float on top of the water, so just kind of sprinkle. And then right after that, you're going to take 1 tablespoon of sugar and sprinkle it slowly on top. Some of it's going to sink down, but that's fine. Okay, perfect. And this is what it should look like. And then you're going to let that sit and bloom. Okay, so this is what I mean by blooming it. You can just watch it and it'll start to pop up like this. And that's how you know it's good and bloomed and ready to go. Okay, so after that's all good and bloomed, then you're going to go ahead and you can add your flour or your seasonings first, but I like to add my seasonings before. So 1 teaspoon of salt. And then with these, I just measure with my heart. So I've got thyme leaves, I've got some rosemary herb, then onion powder. I am making Italian herbs and cheese, in case you couldn't tell. Garlic powder. But you can really add any seasoning to this, and then my Italian herb. Okay. All right, and then you're going to start off with 4 cups of all-purpose flour and put all of that in there at once. Okay. And then you're going to stir it all together really pretty good. Then add it into this bowl and mix with the stand mixer for the rest of it. We're going to be using our dough hook. Really low setting, just to kind of get everything started. And then you're going to move it up to a medium setting. And then you're just going to let that mix for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then we'll come back. It's going to look like. It needs to be like a clean bowl and like a smooth dough. That's why we mix it for so long, is to make it smooth. Make sure we get out all the clumps of flour. And that'll make for some great and airy bread. Okay, so this is what you're going to want your dough to look like. Put avocado oil on it because I had to put it in my hand so it would stick. But anyways, you're going to take this out of this bowl and you're going to grease it lightly with some avocado oil or really whatever you want to use. Okay, so after you get done greasing the bowl and putting your bread back in there, you're just going to leave it in there like that. And then you can use a clear plastic wrap, but I prefer to use just like a thin kitchen towel. And you're going to cover this and put it in a warm place for an hour or until it has doubled in size. Okay, so it's been an hour. It's time to check and see what it looks like. Beautiful. It's doubled in size. What you're going to do is we're going to punch this down, get all that gas out, and then we're going to separate it into 2 loaves. And you can put it on a baking sheet lined with either cornmeal or parchment paper. I'm using parchment paper, so I got that sitting right there. Okay, so I got these separated out and put on the pan. This is what they should look like, and now we're going to cover these back up and let them rise for another hour. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys while ago, you're going to want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 425. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and I just got my bread. Let's see what they look like. These are huge. They were not supposed to turn out this big. Oh my gosh. So this is what they turned out like. They proofed a whole lot more than I thought they would. That's crazy. Okay, so considering that these did a lot more than they normally do, I think I'm going to try to reshape them and then bake without them rising again. So let's see what happens. This might turn out terrible. This has never happened before. I don't know why I did this time, but we'll find out. Okay, this is good. I just reshaped them. I don't know why they did that. Okay, so I like to do 3 slits in the top of it, going diagonally. Okay, so I'm just topping mine with some shredded Colby Jack cheese, and then I'm also going to add some more of the Italian seasoning on top of that. Alright, and I'm not sure how these are going to turn out after we cook them, but we're about to find out. I'm going to stick these in the oven, like I said, at 425, and I'll bake these between 15 to 25 minutes. I usually start out with 15 and see how much longer they need. They turned out pretty well. Looks like sub bread to me.